I think this is working. I can't tell. Give me like 1 second. I usually stream on Twitch, so whenever I go on YouTube, it's like looking at an alien spaceship. I stream on Twitch, so... Okay. Audio's working. Beautiful. All right, everybody. Today, we're here to look at the popularity poll. Good stuff here. I'm a little bit late when it comes to all of this, but it is what it is, right? Popularity poll came out, I'd say, 2 days ago, alongside Film Bad and Film God Valley. But, you know, we had big fish to fry that day. I wanted to go over the popularity poll on stream right when it dropped, but obviously had to focus on the films first. What's up, Leo? How's it going, guys? It is pretty good over here. Hoping for a Barbell appearance. Oh, and God Valley? Dude, that's like guaranteed. Yeah, we're getting Barbell on the big screen. That's like my main takeaway. When I was making those film videos, I was holding myself back. I think I mentioned Barbell once or twice, but deep down, I was like, yo, we're about to get the goat over there, man. We're about to see how he fights and everything. God Valley movie's gonna be tough. It will. The results better make sense. I've already kind of peeked at them, so, you know, I don't think there's anything that's gonna be too surprising in like the top 10, top 20. But we will go down to like the 100 spot. Obviously, there's like 1,400 characters. We're not doing all those people, dude. We're not going all the way down, you know? Hey, man, I want to go grab dinner soon, so. Barbell on the big screen is hilarious. Dude, it's gonna happen, man. We saw like 1 or 2 panels of him fighting, and that's pretty much it. I wonder if we're gonna see him with or without the hair. Because by the time he hits God Valley, he'll have shaved his head. But before God Valley, he does have the fire hair, so, you know, maybe we start the movie, hear me out, with Barbell cutting his hair. That'd be good. Sanji thought they were passing Zoro. You're the GOAT, love your content. Appreciate it, man. Gaimon top 2. Yeah, I feel like the top 10 ranking is not gonna surprise anybody. It's generally how this is, right? And we will like take a glimpse at like the other regions as well. You think the movie's gonna start entering God Valley or the start of the Rocks flashback? Bro, if they start at the start of the Rocks flashback, that'll be so much wasted potential. They better start at the start of God Valley. I don't think they should start with the introduction of Harold. They shouldn't start with the introduction of Rocks. You save that stuff for the anime. You save that for the anime. The movie starts right at God Valley. Everybody arrives, boom, you're in. Maybe they start with Shaki, where Shaki gets kidnapped. I mean, I'll talk about this in a poll video, but I can already imagine it in my head. We start with Shaki getting kidnapped. We got like Don Marlone, Wang Ji, just like a 1-minute fight scene. And then we cut over to like the Rocks and Harold moment where they're talking on the ship. And then we go to God Valley. What do you think about Bad? I think it's Void Century stuff, non-canon. Yeah, there's... dude, God Valley is 5 chapters. I say we only spend time at God Valley. You know, all the other stuff, that's what the anime's for. Off topic, but the Bleach episode was insane. The Bleach episode was crazy. Orihime is amazing. My respect for her went up like tenfold. Beforehand, only respected the outfit choice. But now, the character... the powers kind of nuts. Powers are always kind of crazy though, to be fair. There should be episodes right before the movie comes out. Exactly, yeah. There should be episodes right before the movie comes out. That's why I don't think we need like... somebody said, dude, somebody's going around spamming this. They're like, oh, but guys, the Loki flashback is large. How's the movie gonna cover that? Bro, we're not starting at the Loki flashback, man. Get out of here. No way. And thank you, Yami, for the 10 gifted memberships, brother. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Sai, my girlfriend is your biggest fan. Can you tell her happy birthday? Her name is Anna. Or is it Anna? Happy birthday, Anna! Hope I pronounced it right. Okay, so we're gonna get right into this. Let's see. I was playing that in my head, by the way. I'm not gonna fall for like the Parvision trap where someone got him to say just slurs by saying happy birthday. I was like, okay, is Anna gonna get me in trouble? We're talking about the WT 100. So this is the second popularity poll One Piece has ever done worldwide. And we're here to look at the results. So there are prizes, not for you guys, but for the characters that, you know, rank highly. I pulled this over here. Can I, like, reduce the size? I can. Okay, so you guys should be able to see this, right? Yeah, so these are the rewards for the people who rank high. So top 30, Oda will draw them in a special outfit, and they will be featured in various One Piece merchandise. That's pretty cool. You know, obviously, One Piece merch is always kind of dope, especially when it's official. Top 50, they will get cards for the OP TCG. I think this is... Alright. This is a throwaway one, dude. You're telling me you're telling me One Piece characters are gonna get cards for the One Piece trading card game? No way! Yeah, this is just goofy. This right here, this second reward, this is essentially saying, by the way, Jaden Yuki, his cards are gonna be... They're gonna get Yu-Gi-Oh cards one day. Goofy. Guys, the Elemental Heroes, they're confirmed. So I respect the card game. Hey, I respect the card game. I'm just saying that this reward is a nothing burger. This is like me saying, yo guys, Rob Lucci's coming to One Piece Bounty Rush. Of course he is. He's a One Piece character. Yeah, so and especially if they're in the top 50, like it's already confirmed, right? Like there's no way. Thank you for the 5 super chat, man. Peggy. Oh, how's it going, man? I can't even imagine Orihime losing. She can't win fights, but she can win everything else. So top 5, they will be featured. Oh, sorry, not top 5. Dude, Asian eyes. Top 15. They'll be featured in One Piece anime eye catchers. This is a really cool one. I think that this is the best reward. Being featured in a One Piece anime eye catcher, this is just beautiful. Like here, we could genuinely get characters we have not seen in a hot minute as an eye catcher. Literally in between episodes, boom, here they are doing some random activity. I think this is the best reward. So now what's this? Top 30. Now available in various product series at Mugiwara store. Okay, that's fine. Okay, this is pretty much just the first one, right? Because it says it right here. You'll get like One Piece merch. Yeah. In general, all that really matters in my opinion, top 30. If you're top 30, good things are going to happen to you. So here we go. Worldwide top 100. Let's look at it. Number 1, of course. Who could have guessed? Number 1 is Monkey D. Luffy. He was always going to be number 1. Granted, my votes didn't go to Luffy because I feel like he was always going to hit this. So, sure. You know, Luffy, number 1. It's his series. He's the main character. We spend the most time with him. Not surprising. And I have said this before. I will stand on my laurels on it. I think Luffy might be one of the best shonen MCs. In shonen, right? In other series, maybe not so much. But, as far as shonen main characters goes, I think he annoys me the least. I love Luffy. He's good at what he does, believe it or not. Bro was voting for Barbell. Hey, one of my votes did go to Barbell. They did. So, second place, of course. Roronoa Zoro, followed by the Blackleg Sanji. These are really good pictures, by the way. Dude, the poses they got... I mean... These poses kind of ooze aura, but the more I look at Zoro, the more I wonder what the hell he's doing. You know, Sanji's posed up, man. He looks like he's aura farming. Zoro, I'm not too sure. Is he fishing? Is there like a fishing pole over here? Like, I have no idea what he's doing. But overall, I love the art style for these images. I mean, what can I even say about this, right? It's the wings of the Pirate King. Like, literally, Zoro, Sanji, they're destined to be 2 and 3. That's all it is. Zoro's losing his balance. Yeah. Actually, Zoro's holding on to, like, a red rope to lead him out of a forest because he's lost. Yeah. Yeah. So, of course, this is where, this isn't a complaint. Don't take it as a complaint. But this is where I'm looking at the eye catcher reward and the merchandise reward. And I'm like, all right. Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, they were always going to get One Piece eye catchers. They were always going to get merch. Yeah, I'm not saying we should have skewed the votes, but I'm like, all right, you know, this is already canon, man. This is already canon. So number 4, this is where we start getting wacky. Well, okay, not number 4, but like number 5 plus. Nami, number 4 place. I think this makes sense. Again, she's like iconic, dude. I mean, you don't think about One Piece without thinking about these characters, right? What are we doing here? Law is the surprising one. I always knew that Law had a big fan base. I mean, you know, that's where the meme comes from, that Law stole Kid's backstory. Because there's that whole, it was like a log pose interview where Oda was like, yeah, you know, I expected Kid to be just way more popular, but now, you know, the fan base loves Law, so I just got to put him in there. Yeah. Yeah. Law is just well beloved. I think it's his design. It's the design, it's the hat, it's the sword, the aura, the tattoos. I get it. I'm gonna say it right here. I think Law being in this top 5, and we'll look at Kid later too. I peeped Kid's location. Law and Kid's location within the popularity poll, that right there is what's keeping them alive. That is what's keeping them alive, brother. Maybe Oda, you know, maybe somewhere deep down there's a devil on Oda's shoulder saying, yo, kill him. Law, he's not going to survive his wounds from Blackbeard. But and then he opens his eyes and he looks at the popularity poll and he's like, no, I'm gonna put down the pencil. I'm not killing him. He's staying around. And of course he's Will of D. You know, jokes aside. So on to number 6, 7, and 8. Look at this, dude. So this is where I was truly shocked. I was shocked with Law. I was truly shocked at this one. Number 6 is Robin. Gotcha. Perfect. Number 7 is Port Gas D Ace. This explains it. This explains why we're still being haunted by the ghost of Ace to this very day. You know, Ace and Wano, I get it. I like it. You know, it's just silly thinking about the fact that we're getting more of Ace when he's dead than when he was alive. Even on Egghead, we got Ace, brother. Yeah, by the way, there's this new guy named Ace. He killed Hanafuda. What? Bro, like, it was like a jump scare reading that chapter. I mean, I like it. Again, for the lore, beautiful. But it was a jump scare. Like, where the hell is Ace coming from? I'm honestly expecting somebody to mention Ace and Elbaf. I could actually put that on a bingo sheet. We're probably going to get an Ace mention in Elbaf. Somebody's going to do it. Somebody's going to do it. So yeah, Ace, his spirit lives on. It looks like Sabo did not truly replace him at all. Kid should be there. Yeah, they should have put Kid alongside Law, huh? Now, next up, we have Shanks. Not super surprising. I mean, it's Shanks, right? He's the reason why they named Film Red. He puts butts in seats, as I say. Didn't Emu already mention Ace? Did he really? Oh my god, you're right, he did. Yeah, he did. Ace, oh, yeah. He talked about Luffy's troublesome brothers, and I believe he also mentioned Marineford too. Dude, that's crazy. Emu already mentioned him? Alright, you guys are right. I got caught LARPing. Yes, Ace was mentioned, you're right. I don't think he said him by name, to be fair, but we did get an Ace callback. We can't avoid him. I promise you, we're going to hit Laugh Tale. We're going to reach Laugh Tale, and Luffy's deadass going to say, Ace, if only you were here. Ace, are you watching me now? Ace is going to be like staring down from the heavens. We're going to see Ace at every island. We're never not going to see Ace. So, now, for number 9 and 10, this actually made me smile. Look at this, guys. 9 and 10. We got Dracul, Mihawk, and Mr. Crocodile. Bro, what? Hey, like I said, my votes went for Mihawk. I voted for Mihawk, Rob Lucci, and Barbell. Those are the only 3 votes I placed. I'm happy Mihawk's here, dude. Yeah. Mihawk right behind Shanks. This feels like canon, right? Mihawk right behind Shanks. You couldn't have asked for better positioning. Literally, right there. Boom. And what this means, do not forget, guys, lest we forget, the reward for the top 15 eye catchers. We're getting a Mihawk eye catcher in the anime. What is he gonna do? Dude, that's unprecedented. Usually the eye catchers are reserved for only Straw Hats. So Mihawk getting one, Crocodile getting one. They better not. They better not put them both in the same one. No, no, no. We gotta separate them. We gotta savor it, man. So yeah. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, Dracula, Mihawk, Crocodile, and of course, you know, this is Cross Guild. I know Buggy isn't here yet, but this is just Cross Guild, dude. Fan favorite faction right there. I love Cross Guild. Cross Guild is such a phenomenal idea. That's like one of the times I'll actually like tip my hat over to Oda. Like that's amazing, dude. All the warlords coming back. We might get Gecko Moria. People are thinking about Doflamingo. Beautiful stuff. I hope it's not a Cross Guild eye catcher. Again, we got to separate them. Crocodile needs his own one. Dracula Mihawk needs his own one. We should not combine it. We got to milk them for what it's worth. You think it'd be the live action boost? No. I'm going to be honest. I think this has nothing to do with the live action. If you're only watching the live action, I do not think you're voting in these polls. I think this poll is pretty much exclusive to manga readers and anime watchers. I mean, not like, you know, they're gatekeeping you. It's just that, you know, the bar of entry. Like, I don't think some guys like turning on Netflix, watching season 1 and 2 of the OPLA has never touched the anime or manga and says, you know what, let me vote on this poll real quick. No way. So, on to number 11, Corazon. People like Corazon? Huh. Yeah, this is a... I don't even know what to say about this one. I don't dislike Corazon. I like him. But do I like Corazon enough to put him over... What is it, like 1390 characters? I don't think so. I'm not too sure. Why is there a dot between Dracula and Mihawk? Can someone explain? I think this could just be a typo, brother. I think this could be a typo. Yeah, I mean, if this isn't a typo, he sounds like a weird file on your computer. Size taste is always astonishing. What do you mean? I don't think it's a hot take to say Corazon's great, but he's not top 11 great. Like, top 11 of all time in the entire series. He's a good character. I think his death was phenomenal. His powers kind of suck. But let me tell you guys, I don't think he's like top 11 material. So, next up, we got Boa Hancock for obvious reasons. I mean, brother's got a goon. People love Boa. I'm excited to see Boa again, too. I don't know how or when she's going to pop up. We know that she's leaving Amazon Lily. Will she show up on Elbaf? Will she show up with Cross Guild? Will she show up on the next island? Who knows? But Boa Hancock, she is a wild card. I mean, that's how most One Piece characters are. I think that's the glory of One Piece. It's just that we have so many characters who can possibly do X, Y, or Z. So they're all wild cards. It's like people saying Dragon's going to show up at every arc, right? He's a wild card because literally we have no idea what he's going to do. So yeah, Boa Hancock's in that position right there. Next up, we have everybody's favorite mascot, Tony Chopper. Above the rest of the Straw Hats, huh? Sure. I'm not like big on Chopper. I don't dislike Chopper. He's Chopper, man. He's emergency food. The OG emergency food. Next up, we got Sabo. Cool. I like Sabo. I think in the anime he looked pretty damn dope, you know, surviving the Gorosei. He is like Ace 2.0, but I'll admit it. I do like Ace 2.0. I don't think he's awful. I think he needs a better fit. I think when it comes to Sabo, my only complaint is his clothing. I feel like if he's just dressed a little bit differently, it'd be dope. Also, I remember all those theories back on Dressrosa about evil Sabo too. You guys remember that? People were like, yo, did you see Sabo fighting Burgess? He had an evil smile. I think Sabo's a bad guy. He's the real villain of Dressrosa. Dude, you had to have been there. That was a cursed timeline. Those theories died fast, but let me tell you, those theories in general, cursed. Very cursed. Yeah, steampunk, they're not it. Sabo's fit is tough. The magician hat, no. I mean, when I think about Sabo's fit, I think about Sabo in the One Piece live action. Like, brother, look at this. Honestly, look at this and tell me it's cool. Like, I don't know, man. Like, he looks like a washed up magician, right? It doesn't help that the OPLA, like, extended this bib. Yeah. I think he needs a new fit. He needs a fit. Hear me out. Befitting of a Flame Emperor. Yeah, he needs a better fit. Next up, this makes sense. Uta. Hot take. I like Film Red. I think Uta is a great character. I will tolerate no Uta slander. If anything, I think Uta needs to be higher. And of course, when you think about Uta, in Japan, she is tied to Ado, which is a very beloved musician. So it makes sense. I mean, a vote for Uta is a vote for Ado. Yeah, she's just an idol in Japan, guys. Come on. Yeah, Ado being up here, gotcha. Next up, we have Carrot at 16. The Carrot fan base, they're still alive? Another curse theory. I'm sure you guys remember this is more recent. Carrot for Nakama. I can't believe that we all survived that. We all survived the Carrot for Nakama theory time. Yeah, I was never a fan of it. I mean, I still do want another female amongst the crew. So Carrot was an option. It was like bottom of the barrel. Like, yeah, you know, I'll take Carrot in regards to like the quota I want to meet personally. But I'd rather have Vivi over Carrot. You know what I mean? Like, that is how low I'm going. I'd rather have Vivi on the crew rather than Carrot, bro. The one thing I will give Carrot is that I like her ears. I think her ears are pretty cool. Aside from that, I don't really have any other compliments. I don't like the gimmick of like nibbling on people, the Garchu. I don't like carrots in general. I think carrots are great for your health, but eating just a raw carrot, I can't do it, man. Yeah, I can't do it. I'd rather have Ange over Carrot. Carrot literally a top 5 option behind Vivi, Yamato, Bon, Clay, and Body. All right. Yeah, Carrot's a top 5 option amongst like the only 5 people that could possibly join the Straw Hats. I love that. Yeah. Why do we need only one more girl? Bring them all. I feel like at some point, though, like if you bring in too many characters, it just becomes clustered. Like even right now, the Straw Hats fight for screen time. We literally can only have, like, maximum, we get one more Nakama. Like, official sailing with the crew Nakama. Like, they're already fighting for that screen time, brother. Yeah, look, Vivi's already a part of the crew. Vivi's already a part of the crew, but she's not sailing with the ship. Yeah, you know what I mean. Vivi's a Nakama, but she's not a Nakama. She doesn't count. So now, 17. Mr. Movie Star himself. We got Rox D. Zebek, Davey D. Zebek. Wow, they put his real name right here. Love it. Yeah, I mean, dude, this guy's getting his own movie. This guy's getting his own movie. I love Rox. I think he's a great character. I love that he just wanted to save his wife and son. Very relatable. Good guy all around. And I'm excited to see what he does in the movie. I'm expecting more feats from the GOAT here. I can't wait to see him beat Garling. I can't wait to see his fight against Roger and Garp. Hopefully we get to spend good time with him before he gets turned. You know, hopefully Rox turning into a demon is like halfway through the movie. You know, it would suck if they just speed run that. And it's like, yeah, by the way, here's Rox and now he's evil. Yeah, Rox is dope. I think he's such a great character. And dude, look at this. Blackbeard nowhere in sight. I think Rox like 10x's Blackbeard. How is Blackbeard gonna live up to his dad? Next up, Yamato. This is my top female candidate for the Straw Hats, dude. I love Yamato. I think Yamato, gags aside, she's great. I think power-wise, she is kind of what the crew needs if we get another Nakama. And I'm looking forward to when she rejoins the story. And she has a reason. Hey, she has a reason to join. You know, she read Odin's journal. The last page, which is last pale, is missing. Yamato joined the crew. Come on. She should have joined. She should have joined. Simple as that. I mean, dude, look at this. She ranked higher. You could say the same for Carrot, to be fair. She ranked higher than some of the other Straw Hats, bro. We haven't seen Frankie yet. We have not seen Frankie. We haven't seen Brooke. We haven't seen Jimbei. Yeah, Yamato should have joined. She couldn't join because she would Power Cliff. Yeah, it's like the Jimbei argument, right? Jimbei didn't join during Fishman Island because the Power Cliff would be crazy. You could say the same for Yamato, but nowadays, I feel comfortable saying that I believe Sanji and Zoro surpass Yamato. Straw Hats, man, they grow per arc. So, I think there we go. So, now next up, we have Usopp at 19. Kind of surprised, to be honest. Kind of surprised Usopp is this high. Maybe this is like a Japan thing. Well, no, people love Usopp, yeah? I mean, even me, right? I have a lot of Usopp cope. I have a lot of Usopp cope. But I don't like Usopp. I think Usopp's gonna do something crazy here at Elbaf. I still think if Hireden can do it, I think Usopp can do it. He can send the devil flying. How? Don't ask me semantics, guys. I'm not here. I'm not here with that. But I just believe in my heart of hearts. I'm surprised he's this low. Really? I don't know. I'm like surprised he's this high, man. You know, I just don't like his gimmick. That's the only reason I don't like Usopp, but I believe in Usopp. I am like the #1 Usopp believer. I got 4 videos on Usopp singing his praises, and he's gonna be crazy. But I don't like him. I'm objective. I am. Now, number 20, we got Loki. Makes sense. Loki's dope. The more I see of Loki, the more I realize that he's a pretty cool guy. You know, between him and Ragnar, you know, the King Harold flashback, the tragic One Piece backstory, Loki's dope. Yeah, it's hard to dislike Loki. And now, of course, everybody's fan favorite character. This makes a lot of sense. We got Charlotte Katakuri. Oh, wait. Oh, it says Cracker. We got Charlotte Cracker in here. And let me tell you, 1,000,000% I get it. Yeah. I saw people were bugging, dude. Online, people were like, yo, why is Cracker so high? Why is he above Cat? Guys, do you have toys in the attic? It makes sense as to why Cracker's so damn high. We all loved Cracker. People have called Cracker, get this, the conqueror without a throne. The king without a crown. The emperor without servants. Cracker's always been that guy. I don't know if y'all remember. For one chapter, people thought that Cracker had Conqueror's Haki because he was walking through the forest and the trees were dying. The homies were passing out. But we learned that Cracker had something else. He had murderous aura. He had hype. What other character in the series doesn't have conquerors but makes people pass out because they have murderous aura? Bro, that's like a one-of feat. That's literally a one-of feat. So, yeah, Cracker being number 21, what can I say? Honestly, like, no jokes, no bones here. if I had to pick between Cracker or Cat, I would pick Cracker. I think Cracker's just so damn cool. I love I love Cat too. But I think Cracker just edges it out with the design. The design, the sword, the biscuit, the gimmick of being a glass cannon. I think he's a great character. I mean, dude, the Cracker versus Luffy fight, amazing. Did one guy actually vote for Cracker a bajillion times in Japan? I think so. I think that one guy in Japan had a factor or played a big role when it came to Cracker's placing here. But I like to believe the people also wanted Cracker high up here. Luffy didn't make the cut. Luffy almost lost to Cracker, dude. If Nami wasn't there, Cracker would have won. All I'm saying. Yeah, not having conkers and making people pass out. That's... Dude, Cracker's the GOAT. He really is. He really is. Yeah, Brago did not like the Cracker placement at all. But, you know, I think he's finally seeing the light of day. And look at this. Number 22. I just peeped this one, actually. I had my eyes closed. Or should I say my eyes wide open as an Asian. Number 22, we got Doflamingo. I think this placing is very fitting, considering the fact that Cracker can whoop Doflamingo like nobody's business. Actually, I have no idea. I don't know if you guys remember this too, but like when we saw Cracker right after Dofi, people were like, yo, who would win in a fight, man? Because obviously, right, like each arc, characters get stronger and stronger. Cracker was the villain right after Dofi. People were like, yo, Cracker surviving these Gear 4th attacks, man. Dofi, he would have said a chance, brother. Yeah. Hey, I'm a Cracker fan. I like both of them, so it's tough, right? It's like, oh, Sai, do you like lobster or steak? I like both of these characters. It's like when people ask, like, oh, Sai, Shanks or Mihawk. I like both. I do vote for Mihawk, but I like both characters, man. Don't make me pick, man. But I love the chatter, dude. It's hilarious because Dofi has way more fans. Don't let the polls fool you. Dofi has way more fans. So when you say Cracker's stronger, people do get upset. But it's a hilarious debate because it's hard to like go one way or the other, right? Like Doflamingo is the more well-balanced fighter, whereas Cracker, dude, number 1 D in the universe. So yeah, I think if I had to give somebody the flowers here, it goes to the conqueror without a crown, Cracker. C. But yeah, Dofi's gonna have a jail buff. Dofi's gonna come back with like absurd hockey. Let's be real. Unfortunately, the popular role is too unknown for the wider fan base. Yeah, that's fair. 6th place is an absolute joke. What, Ace? I have no idea what you're talking about, man. I mean, I get that not everybody voted in these polls. Like, I mean, hell, I guarantee you half the people in this chat right now have not voted on this poll. But it is what it is. You know, we always gotta take these polls with a grain of salt. They're just fun. You know, these polls are just fun in general. Let's not bash the fun or think too hard about the fun. And plus, when you see the agenda characters, like, yeah, okay, Cracker, for example, right? It's hilarious, man. This is hilarious. I love it. So now, this kind of breaks my heart that he's so low. But we have Eustace Captain Kidd, bro. Again, it's low, but it's not low. We have to remember, there's 1,400 characters here. So Kidd being 23 isn't bad, but I wish he was closer to Law. I wish he was closer to Law. But yeah, I think his placing keeps him alive. He's not dead. He's not dead. Uta's not too high. Don't even. This is going to keep him around. Yeah, Kidd's showing up. He's going to go crazy. Just wait for the Kidd buff. Wait for it. He's going to get the D in his name. If there's a hidden D in the series, which I bet there are, I bet come the final arc, Oda's going to be like, yeah, by the way, this guy's a D over here. Kidd's probably a D. All right, guys. For the longest time, you know, before Kid hate became popularized, before Wano existed, do not forget that people were putting a second D in the name just to say he's a Willa D inheritor. You guys remember that? People stop nowadays, though. People stop doing that nowadays, but a long time ago, man, they put the D right there, dude. And then some people, because they saw it so often, they said, yo, I don't even know it's real anymore. Is the D actually there? Is it not there? It's the Mandala effect. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to Kid, I feel like Oda, he beats him like an Asian kid that can't play the piano. It's kind of unfair. Like, why did Oda nerf Kid so hard? Like, Kid sucks, power-wise. But, I mean, Oda's the one drawing the story. Like, I don't know why he downscales Kid so much. Like, for example, The Awakening. Why is his awakening not just Pain's pull and push? Why does he have to, like, physically touch everything to magnetize it? That is such a needless nerf. When Law could just get every ability known to mankind. Luffy's awakening is the effing sun god. Why does Kid have to physically touch things? And why is it only a railgun? There has to be more. Oda is gonna buff this man. I think the only reason Oda nerfed him is to buff him later. That's all it is. It's like any video game you've ever played. A new character comes out in League, he's nerfed heavily on release, and then 1 month later, oh, nobody's playing the new character? Let's give him a new skin, let's buff him. That's gonna be Kid. He's gonna get buffs. There's no way he stops there. Why exactly? Why isn't Kid just Magneto? Or Magneto? I don't know my boys comics. Magneto's from the boys or something, right? Now we have Perona at 24, guys. Brother, should have been higher. Should have been higher. Yeah. Here's the thing. Perona's amazing. Let's not even debate about this one. I think Perona, if this was my popularity poll, Perona would be damn near top 10. Magneto is Zeman. Zeman. I don't know what Zeman is. So yeah, I can't wait to see more Perona. Do not forget, she was supposed to be a cross guild commander in the original concept art. She was right there alongside Buggy, Crocodile, and Mihawk. Perona is the hidden fourth commander. I always love pulling up that image because people just, they're like, no way, but yeah, Perona was there, man. I think nowadays it's gonna be Gecko Moria, but yeah, Perona, Ghost Princess, amazing stuff. I mean, what can I even say? I think Perona, between Perona, Uta, and Yamato, best girls of One Piece, 100%. Now, next up, we got Buggy the Clown at 25. Kind of surprised he's not higher. I love Buggy. Buggy is actually so effing funny. Like, I think Buggy is like a funny version of Usopp. Like, he just keeps on failing upwards in the best ways possible. The Clown Man. What's up, Brago? Brago came in because we were talking. We were hyping up good old Cracker a minute ago. He had to see it for himself. Buggy the Clown. Yeah. Buggy the Clown, dude. So, Cross Guild, very relevant, right? Buggy, Crocodile, Mihawk, Perona. Like, all we're missing now. Where's Gecko Moria? Wait, no. Wait. Gecko Moria better be in the top 100. Hold up. Especially after the Kozuki Moria stuff. He's gotta be here. No. I'm actually sweating a little bit. Actually, hey, can we spoil it? Where is he? Gecko! Oh, 87. Not good, not bad. He's in the top 100. All right, I just had to make sure. It's like when you're moving apartments or houses and like you're like, holy shit, did I leave this in the last place? I had to make sure he was here. Now, next up, we got Marco. I don't like Marco. Sai, it's X-Men. As in X-subscriber. What? X-Men. X-Men? Like they used to be men. Yeah, I have no idea, dude. What is that? Cracker's a Make-A-Wish entrant. Yeah, Brago doesn't understand. He doesn't know ball. Brago, I mean, we all know Brago just started reading One Piece last week. He doesn't know the conversation about the king without an empire, Cracker. The firstborn son of the Charlotte family. The man who was supposed to get Kaido's devil fruit. Yeah. Yeah. So Marco, I just don't think this makes any sense. I actually look at Marco's placing within the rankings here, and I'm shaken. I'm like a kid that has no sugar in sight. It's Halloween, and I got no candy. I don't know why Marco's this high. This is the first one I will actually disagree with. I dislike Marco to absurd degrees. I think he shouldn't even be a character right now. I'm looking forward to seeing what he does for the story. Hear me out. I'm excited. Hey, I think Marco could actually save Weevil. Marco can save Weevil. I would love that. Marco can stay in Sphinx Village, protect the kids or whatever. I love it. But as a character, personally, I don't like him. Yeah, I don't even think we needed him in Wano, dude. I don't think we needed him in Wano. I don't think he should have been at Marineford. I don't think he should have been there when Shanks showed up to greet Whitebeard. Yeah, I don't even like his dad. I think Marco's dad, Polo. You joking? Marco Polo? Yeah, no. Yeah. No thanks. Yeah, we leave Marco at home. No, thank you. Sounds like petty hate. It might be petty hate. It's my petty hate. I'm not a big Marco fan. Hear me out. I will. Again, I have high expectations for him, though. I think he's going to save Weevil. Maybe. I think he's going to show up in the final war. Dude, I think he's going to... Dude, imagine this final war. Luffy's down for the count. Here comes Marco the Phoenix, Jozu, Vista... who's that like fish guy, like Namazu? They're all gonna show up. They're gonna look so damn cool. But just like Usopp and Hyruden, I don't exactly like Marco. I expect the best. I want the best. I don't like him. I don't like him. I think it's the design. I think it's the design. And I think it's the powers. I don't like Phoenixes. Okay. Actually, I think I know why. I think it's because I don't like Phoenixes. If he had a different devil fruit, I think I'd like him more. You know what? There we go. I don't like Phoenixes. Because when I think of Phoenixes, I think of China. I think that's why. Yeah, no, I understand now. I understand my own hatred. I'm sitting in the waterfall of truth. I see the vision. I hate Phoenixes. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Recycle Kerr is waiting in some lab like my time will come. Just like the failed raid, hope truly never dies. Hey, the island is still around. Recycle Kerr is still alive, man. Sahid's China confirmed. Because the thing is, I like Marco. I like certain aspects of Marco. But now that I just really boil it down, I hate Phoenixes, dude. Just shut up, Sahid. Nobody here likes Phoenixes, man. Come on. Let's be real. They're stupid, man. They're just birds that come back to life. They have like this dumb fire. They have like peacock feather. Yeah, no thanks. No thanks. Not a good animal. Yeah. Yeah, no, leave it at home. Leave it in China. Next up, we got Brook. I think the flashback did him wonders. The Brook flashback, phenomenal. Loved the Candel, Reuven, Shuri stuff. I think Brook can only go up. The only downside about Brook is his music, but brother can learn more music, right? All it is. All it is. Embrace your heritage, Sai. I don't want to, man. No! So, next up we got Vivi at 28. I don't really have any strong opinions on Vivi. I think there's a chance she could show up in Elbaf or the next island. She's bound to come. Vivi is gonna be like the gift that keeps on giving between the Void Sentry with Lily. Current day stuff maybe ties to the ancient weapons. I think Vivi's dope. I don't like Vivi, but I think, again, for the story, cool. Not bad. Now, we have Frankie Cuddy Flam at number 29. Yeah. I mean, look at this. We have, like, the Straw Hats here, you know? We have Brooke, Vivi, Frankie, Jinbei. Cool. Yeah. This is par for the course. This is also the cutoff for merchandise, by the way. So, right here, everybody and above, they will get exclusive merch at the One Piece store in the coming future. So that is cool. Again, I feel like the Straw Hats were always going to get that anyways, but now I guess it's like super confirmed. If you ever thought that Frankie was not going to get One Piece merch or Jinbei, no, sleep well, that it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Frankie's new VA ruined him. I like Frankie's new VA. I mean, we can't compare him to like the OG Frankie voice actor, but it's not like they had a choice, right? The OG Frankie voice actor, dude, major respect to him. Very unique voice, but the guy's not looking well. You know, I think the OG Frankie voice actor, the guy needs to take care of his health. There's no way he could continue as Frankie. I think him stepping down makes a lot of sense, dude. OG Frankie's goated, but I want the guy to live. I want him to live life, man. He wasn't looking good. Appreciate the 5, brother. Love the content as always. Look Outside is such a deep pull. I love the game. I haven't played it ever since 1.0. I bought it, played it, beat it right when it came out. I need to go back and play it again. Same with Fear and Hunger. Fear and Hunger is one of my favorite games of all time. OG was too good. Best wishes to the OG. Yeah, let me see. Like the OG, like if you guys don't know, like the OG Frankie voice actor, bro, the guy's like 50 pounds, bro. Like I see him and I fear, dude. I fear the worst. Like, look, like he's old and he's all bones. And he used to be like, you know, obviously healthier way back in the day. I wish him the best. So yeah, when it comes to, you know, Frankie changing over, just it had to happen. It had to happen. Fear was so amazing. Waiting for Terminal update. Yes, update 2 is gonna be so crazy. I'm gonna play that right when it drops. So now going down a little bit more, we have 31. The leftovers. Katakuri. Yeah, dude. Nobody cares about Cat. Do you think Oda looks at this and he's like, yo, Cat? All right. Like, maybe there was like a manuscript. There was a manuscript that said, Cat saves Pudding. Cat fights Blackbeard. Cat teams up with red-haired Shanks like in Film Red. Cat goes to Crossguild to fight Blackbeard for his family. And then Oda looked at the top 30 and he tossed that shit in the trash, dude. He said, never mind. Give it to Cracker instead, man. Yeah. Don't be shocked. Do not be shocked when, in our darkest of days, when Pudding needs a hero, when the Straw Hats have to team up with the Big Mom Pirates, when Big Mom passes away and they need a new captain, do not be shocked that Cracker is that guy. The Big Mom Pirates, huh? What are they? Oh, Two Piece. Two Piece is happening. Oh, I heard the Big Mom Pirates are still around. But who's the captain? Big Mom is gone. Is it Sparrow? No. It's Cracker. And then, right at that very moment, the minute they mention his name, everybody on the island passes away. Because the king without a kingdom collected his taxes. Charlotte Katakuri lost to Cracker. Guys, I couldn't have prayed for a better outcome. Yeah, this is dope. I mean, this is just the fan base speaking, really. Like, we all saw this coming. I mean, we don't have to harp on it for too long. Just, I'm surprised Cat's so high. I'm surprised Cat's so high. Kaku is going to take over as leader of CP0. He's better than Rob Lucci too. All right. You know what? At least, all right. Hear me out. Unlike Brago's bad take that Kaku's better than Rob Lucci, at least Rob Lucci beat Kaku in the popularity polls. You can't say the same for Cat, right? Objective facts over here. So now at 32, we have Bartholomew Kuma. Not bad. I think he had an okay backstory. I think he's a pretty cool guy. I'm not... okay. I like Kuma. The only thing that could have made Kuma better in my eyes is if he wasn't a Buccaneer. I think his family lineage and DNA kind of throw him off. But I like Kuma. I love Kuma. I think story-wise, Kuma's amazing, dude. Great father. I love him for Bonnie. This is one of the deaths in One Piece. I'm kind of okay with being a fake out. I am 100% okay with Kuma surviving. I want Kuma to survive. Guess what? Because I want Bonnie to have a father. The only thing that could make Kuma better, and I think we can fix this. Guys, I think we can fix it. Because get this. Remember, Kuma, right now, 99% metal. Yes. Robo Boy. You know, Kuma has been altered time and time again. Vegapunk could theoretically give Kuma a normal body. Hear me out. Imagine Final War. Final War rolls around. Bonnie is in need of a hero. Dragon's just waiting for a second in command. But Sabo's out there doing his Flame Emperor stuff. And then here comes a character we don't recognize. A human. But he has the bear haircut. He's got the Bible in his hands. He's got the CrossFit. It's Kuma in a normal human body, bro. Peak. That's peak right there. So basically, you're just racist. Yeah, I hate Buccaneers, dude. I hate Buccaneers. I hate long arm. I hate long leg. Long neck are even worse. Tontadas are kind of disgusting. Giants, I'm kind of getting around to giants, but every time I think about them being giants, humans are where it's at. I like humans. I like fishmen. I like Lunarians because they all look cool. But when you have like weird proportions, I think for me, it's the weird proportions. You ever play like a horror game, or if you've ever watched like horror concept design, the people, the great minds of George Romero, he says the best way to make horror characters is to make them uncanny. Give them weird proportions. Something, just F up something. Buccaneers. Long legs, long arms, long neck. Yeah. Yeah. It's constant. Minks, I don't like minks, but they're more okay than Buccaneers. Hasn't Kuma suffered enough, Sai? This is me wishing the best for Kuma. Again, I like Kuma. I think Kuma's a good character. I think he's an amazing father. I love Kuma. I love Kuma. This isn't a roast. Guys, do not get this twisted. This is not a Kuma roast. This is not a Kuma roast. This is a Buccaneer roast. Very different. Very different. So now, Smoker. The future fleet admiral. Future admiral of the Marines. If he doesn't hit that. I like Smoker. I feel like he got power crept super hard. You know, for some reason, I just feel like we're leaving this guy in the dust. Yeah, he's been MIA for a while. Last we saw, he had a box. He was riding his Bellow bike in the middle of the ocean, making his way over to Tashigi. We have no idea what's going on. Yeah. Appreciated Utah. Utah, not Utah. I was thinking of Uta, the character. My bad. Yeah, Smoker's cool. I just feel like he's so weak. You know, so many characters have had glow ups. I feel like Smoker, he had a glow up on Punk Hazard, but he still lost in Punk Hazard. So was it even a glow up? I don't know. Well, I guess it's like the Rob Lucci thing, right? Rob Lucci had a glow up, but he also lost twice. Yeah, I just hope Smoker gets another one. Smoker, I do think he's a candidate for Logia Awakenings in the future. I hope after we see our first Logia Awakening, Smoker follows suit and he gets an Awakening as well. Yeah, I hope the Awakening's doing something for him. I wish him the best. At least we can say that Smoker didn't get power clipped like Tashigi. Tashigi, I don't even know where she's at these popularity polls. People hate Tashigi, bro. Like, every time a new sword gets pulled up, it just becomes instant Tashigi slander. We haven't even seen Tashigi in a long time. People bring up Tashigi. That's how much people hate her. Yeah. Next up, number 34, we have Bon Clay. Yeah, who's Tashigi? Yeah. Bon Clay, Ben Bam. I love Bon Clay. I don't know if you guys remember, but back on the PS2, he actually had a character. He was one of the... Dude, Mr. 1 didn't have a character. Bon Clay did. Bon Clay is dope. Yeah. Bon Clay is amazing. Sacrificed himself multiple times for the Straw Hats. I cannot wait until he comes back. I literally have nothing bad to say about Bon Clay. I can try and joke around. I can't even think of a single thing to make fun of Bon Clay for. I think all around, amazing character. I guess I could say his Dumb Fruit kind of sucks, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Maybe the Awakening goes tough whenever he gets it. But yeah, excited to see him break out. Hopefully he joins the Grand Fleet. Maybe he joins Cross Guild. I think Bon Clay with Crocodile and Mr. 1 again would be a lot of fun. I feel like Bon Clay with Mr. 3 and Impel Down was actually hilarious. So yeah, bring Bon Clay back, send him to Cross Guild, have him be an ally, just put him in a weird boat. Put him in a boat. Next up, we got Rob Lucci, number 35. I get it, dude. This is where my votes went. I voted for good old Rob Lucci. I love Rob Lucci. As you can tell by the thumbnail of this video, yes, Rob Lucci is king. If anything, this is pure fanboyism at its finest. I'm surprised he doesn't have Conqueror's Haki yet. Yeah, one day he's gonna get Conqueror's Haki. He has that dog in him. People did not like Rob Lucci's line on Egghead, where Rob Lucci was like, I don't respect Luffy as an emperor yet. Even though he like lost and everything. But it's like, dude, that just shows he has that dog in him, man. He has that dog in him. He doesn't give up. He just keeps on wanting to fight strong opponents. How can you hate that? He's got that MC energy. I love Robert. Yeah, he's gonna come back. I mean, he's fan favorite character over here. Come on. Rob Lucci's dope. Kaku's way cooler than Lucci. I like Kaku too. I think Rob Lucci's just a little bit better. The way I look at Rob Lucci and Kaku, it's Luffy and Zoro. Literally, it's Luffy right here, Zoro over here. These guys are the dopest characters I've ever seen in One Piece. I mean, I said it before, I'll say it again. These guys, Rob Lucci and Kaku, they got me into One Piece truly. I was always reading One Piece around like a Long Ring, Long Land arc, but I was kind of just like, I was reading it on the side alongside my Naruto and Bleach. You know, One Piece, I loved it, but not as much as the other guys. Rob Lucci is what pushed One Piece to the forefront. When I saw Rob Lucci fighting Luffy, I said, yo, this is it. This is the manga I just want to invest the rest of my life into. That fight weekly in the manga, kind of brutal because there were a lot of cutaways, but it was phenomenal. And guess what? Oda delivered on the second fight on Egghead 2, even though Rob Lucci got whooped. Just showing that he still had that dog in him, showing that iconic, you know, that scene where they're punching and they have the tattoos and the biceps and shit. That was amazing. I love it. Yeah, Rob Lucci sold the series to me. Amazing stuff. Amazing. What do you think about Ichigo's Bankai, the latest episode? Ichigo's great. I love the transformation. I think it's probably one of the... Ichigo's transformation, probably one of my favorite in Shonen. I think it oozes aura. But Orihime, though, is where it's at. I mean, she went crazy in that last episode. But next up, we got Whitebeard, number 36. I get it. I love Whitebeard. I liked him more when he was younger, because I think, you know, he was moving different, right? But I like Whitebeard. I mean, Whitebeard Marineford, he's a man's man. Like, what else can you say about it? I believe, I haven't fact-checked it. I think it's true, though. But Oda said that he based Whitebeard off of some guy he met at a bar because he was so damn cool. Whitebeard's amazing. Nothing bad I can say about him, like some of these other characters. I just, all around great guy. And, okay, actually, to tie it back to Kuma, when we learned about Buccaneers, I was actually triggered. I was just, painting my hair blue and shaking my fist. I was upset when people were saying Whitebeard might be a Buccaneer. That was, I ignored all those comments. Nah, dude. I, banned. The minute somebody brought up Whitebeard being a Buccaneer, banned. You're out of here. You hear that dial-up connection failed? You're gone. Yeah, Whitebeard's not a Buccaneer. How dare you say that? Next up, we have Kobe. I like Kobe. You know, he's like the goody two-shoes of the Marines. That's not my favorite gimmick. I don't like that gimmick that Kobe has of being just a upstanding guy. But I don't hate it. I don't like it, but I don't hate it. I think Kobe's great. I think he's what the Marines need, obviously, right? I feel like in the future he will be an admiral. I think his growth and trajectory are insane. Like, you gotta imagine, he went from being on an Alvida ship 2 years ago, and now he's up here throwing out not Galaxy Impacts, Honesty Impacts, horrible name. I think, the one thing I think Kobe needs to work on, naming scheme. Name it something else. Honesty Impact, that is just like the worst attack move I've ever heard of in my life. Yeah, no thank you. Who's my favorite character? Naruto, Obito. Obito is my number 1. Pain, number 2, probably. I like Itachi, Madara, all of them. Uchihas are cool. So, number 38, we have Kaku. Kaku's dope. I mean, Kaku, Rob Lucci, what can I say? I think they have like that just camaraderie there. I love that Kaku always follows Rob Lucci. It's just, yeah, they're dope. They're dope. So, Cavendish, number 39. This is a weird one. Cavendish, huh? Is this the first Grand Fleet member? It is. Yeah, the first Grand Fleet member is Cavendish. Funny enough, he is probably my number 1 Grand Fleet member as well. Next to Orlumbus. Yeah, Cavendish is cool. He was the OG pirate. He was from a different generation than Luffy and the gang. I think that's hilarious, right? Cavendish was like the big name around the seas, and then here comes the worst gen, then they take over. Yeah, I like Cavendish. I think we need more from him. I like that he now has a Zoro of the crew, which is Suleiman. Yeah, dope. Next, we have Monkey D. Garp. I love Garp. Actually, I would have Garp ranked way higher. Yeah, Garp is only 40? Really? That's surprising. Yeah, I think Garp is great. Garp at God Valley, Garp at Marineford, Garp at Hachinosu. I love Garp. If I were to make a top 10 personal favorite characters list, I think Garp would be in there, to be honest. I think Garp is amazing. Unexpectedly low. I would have Garp in my top 10. You know why? What does that even mean? Garp's cool, dude. Garp is cool. Like, there's something about a guy rolling around with only his bare knuckles that just puts a smile on my face. Yeah, Garp is him. He's a good villain? He's not even a villain. All right, what are we doing here? Old and slow agenda? That worked in his favor, man. If he's old and slow, that means he was young and fast a long time ago. Next, we have Kuzan Aokiji. Kuzan's okay. I don't really have any like strong opinions on Kuzan. I think he's overall good. I like his sense of justice, lazy justice. Ice powers are always phenomenal to watch. Dude, ice powers, are you kidding me? Dope. Only thing I think he needs to work on, probably just like the fit. I'm not a big fan of his Blackbeard fit. I think he needs to have like a little military outfit on again. Granted, we haven't seen that since like the VA days, but yeah, Kuzan's cool. I'm just excited to see what he's gonna do in the future. I'm excited to see like how he's gonna be moving with the Blackbeard Pirates. What is the objective? He froze Cracker. He did freeze Cracker. Again, ice powers are just broken, man. I love Aokiji. And I actually, my theory is that he's probably going to be the fleet admiral by the end of the story. I think he's going to replace my goat, Akainu. Next up, Izo42. I don't know why Izo's here. Yeah, this is ridiculous. Now we have like a serious botting issue. Izo anywhere within the top 500. I'm not too sure what crack they're smoking. Yeah, I mean, brother, Izo above, look, Ben Beckman and Rayleigh. Izo above Rayleigh. All right. The Izo fan club showed up for this one. This is insane. Izo showed up to Wano just to die. Like, I don't even want to talk about Izo. Izo disappointed me massively. If Izo stuck around, if Izo had like a full drawn out battle, maybe I like Izo more. Izo right now just feels like fodder. We just needed to bring in a character to kill. Izo was that person. Sacrificial lamb. Zebek like 17, I think, or 15. Next up, we have Ben Beckman, Silver's Rayleigh. Makes sense. Actually, okay. Rayleigh, I get it. Yeah, I love Rayleigh. Ben Beckman. All right. Guys, I like Ben Beckman. I have nothing negative to say about Ben Beckman. I liked him especially in the Uta filler episodes, where you see Ben Beckman protecting Luffy and carrying him home and everything like that. I think Ben Beckman, when he was young, dope as hell. My only issue with Ben Beckman right now is that out of every character on this list, yeah, it's not an exaggeration. Ben Beckman has the least amount of screen time. Like, his screen time rivals Izo. I wish we had more Ben Beckman. We'll get more later on, so I think this is fine. But it's like, all right, we're having him so high up on this list with maybe 12 panels. And I think I'm stretching. I think he has less than 12. But yeah, I like Ben. Izo has at least double, yeah. All right, oh, okay. Now we're fucking around. All right, now we're memeing hard. Going Merry. All right. This is probably the worst ship in the series. I was happy that the Going Merry went away. And I will admit, I was young. I was very young at the time. I was reading weekly. When we heard the Going Merry's voice, one of the few times I teared up in absolute fear. In the anime, it was even scarier. When we saw that little kid pounding the ship in Skypiea, I'm not gonna lie. I had shivers down my spine. I was afraid. I was terrified. And then in the anime, when the Going Merry said, "One more time," going all the way over to Enies lobby, and then the Straw Hats jumped down. They're like, "Jump!" And they're like, "Wait, how did the Going Merry get here?" And then they're like, "But there's nobody on the boat." I was actually cold shivers. I was horrified, dude. I was just losing my mind. So, yeah, I don't like the Going Merry. I think the plot line of the Going Merry going away was fun. I think that was definitely a really nice thing to tackle. I think Usopp crashed out unjustifiably. So yeah, Going Merry. Yeah, I don't like ghosts. I don't like ghosts. Monkey tail in the toilet scared. It was in the shower, but yes. Yeah. The boat talking was a bit too much. I kind of hope we never get another Clebotterman. I think we will. I think Clebotterman will make a comeback. I hope they don't, though. You know, if I had to, like, erase one plot point that will be relevant, Clebotterman. No Clebottermans, please, Oda. They're horrifying, man. Like, knowing that the Thousand Sunny has a Clebotterman actually scares me. Like, knowing that at any minute, the Thousand Sunny can say, Luffy, I'm here. Does that not fill you with fear? What are we doing? So next up, Jewelry Bonnie. Makes sense. I mean, what? She's like a little kid who's going through all this trauma, looking for her dad. Yeah, I mean, I have no complaints with Bonnie being here. And plus, I think Gear 5th Bonnie helped her a lot. Gear 5th Bonnie is very controversial, isn't it? I personally like Gear 5th Bonnie. I think I've seen a lot of hate for it, though. But I think it makes sense. It's like a nerfed Gear 5th. I think it's gonna come back. Like, it doesn't, like, break any... I don't even care about the power scaling thing of it, you know? But, yeah, I think Gear 5th Bonnie's cool. Dope. Yeah, it's gonna be relevant later. I mean, if she awakens, she could theoretically give it to other people, too. So next up, King Elber. One of the best designs in One Piece. I think he looks absolutely phenomenal. I kind of liked him more with the mask, but I like masks. You know, I have a mask collection, but even without the mask, King is dope. King is dope. Great powers. You know, pterodactyls or pterodons. Sorry, same thing, pretty much. Pterodons, cool. He can stretch his head, shoot it out like a slingshot. He has wings in his Zoan form. He has wings in his regular form. Black wings, fire, white hair. Like, literally, you can't go wrong with King's design. King's design, King's powers, King's personality. I struggle to find anything to make fun of him for. One of the few races in One Piece I enjoy. One of the few ones. Next up, Big Business Borsalino, Mr. Uber Eats himself. I like Kizaru. I like all the admirals, man. Between Green Bull, Fujitora, Aokiji, Kizaru, Akainu, they're all dope. Yeah. Especially with Kizaru's scene where he's like, oh, get over here. You think I'm not doing my work? And then, you know, the whole Vegapunk thing. Yes. Yes. Borsalino's plotline with Vegapunk, absolutely heartbreaking. He struggled with that one, man. And I get it. Hey, I am a Kizaru sympathizer. If I was in his shoes, I would also shoot Vegapunk and I just cry later. I do the same thing. He was standing on business. He was standing on the paycheck. And, you know, I mean, you gotta imagine, paychecks aside, right? Paychecks don't really play a big role in the world of One Piece. Like, we never see them spend their money. But I like to imagine it's like, you know, years of what he's been working towards, you know, his ideas of justice he's had throughout his entire life. It was being weighed against his best friend. Did he make the right choice? Probably not. But again, it goes back to that story writing, right? There's gray areas in this shit, man. It's just like Garp. You know, people criticize Garp for what he's doing. It's like, well, it's gray, dude. It's not that black and white. Kizaru's in the same boat. So I do like Kizaru. I think he will actually turn face later on. I think, actually, believe it or not, I think most of the Marines will. I think by the end of the story, the Marines will turn against the WG. That's my personal agenda. I think Kizaru might be up there. I think Kizaru is going to say, you know what, guys, I killed Vegapunk once. I'm not going to do it again. Of course, I'm excited for the movies, brother. What kind of question is that? And Basil, thank you for the 129, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for the, whatever this is. YouTube is, adding some interesting emotes. Is that even an emote? Is that like that's a sticker, right? Yeah, people call that a sticker nowadays. Yeah, thank you. He's a cog in the wheel. I like it. So, next up we have Enel. God. I mean, yeah. God is amazing. I cannot wait for him to come back later on in the series. I just feel like he's a weird one. I just don't know where Enel's gonna come back into. Like, what plot point feels right for Enel? He comes back in the final war. Cool, what does he do? He comes back in Elbaf. Okay, what does he do though? Like, whose side is he on, man? We have no idea. Oh, whoa. Okay, site is glitching out. It wants me to go all the way to the bottom. Let me just refresh the page. But yeah. Oh, is it this? Oh. Guys, that was my fault. I had my finger on the space bar. Yeah, my arm went catatonic. I was scrolling down with one hand and scrolling up with the other. Wow. But yeah, Enel is cool. Comes back with an awakening, maybe conquers Haki. He's one of the few villains, if not the only villain Luffy has ever fought, that didn't get knocked out afterwards, I think, right? Because Enel, after Luffy knocked him to Kingdom Come while he was in his Amaru form, Enel hopped on his ship and left. Enel literally said, yo, peace out. It's crazy. Who does that? Like, imagine Luffy beats Crocodile, and then we don't see Crocodile knocked unconscious. Crocodile is sailing home. Like, what do you mean Enel just went to the moon after that, man? Insane. He ducked the smoke. Yeah, he did duck the smoke. He didn't want to fight Luffy anymore. And, you know, at what point do you just say that's smart? At what point do you say, you know what, man, I get it. The guy's literally your natural enemy. Sure. Gotcha, man. Gotcha. So next up, we got Lilith Vegapunk. Yeah. There's a reason why she's the only one who survived. I mean, just look at her. Are you kidding me? Yeah, we killed everybody else except for her and York. Well, they got brought back to life, but you get what I mean. Yeah. She looks good. Come on. Next up, Perospero. I'm surprised he's this high. I didn't think Perospero actually had fans. I don't think he's bad. I don't think he's bad at all. Also, they put a W in his name. I think that's a mistake, right? Or is that canon? I have no idea. There are some, like, weird, you know, things with this poll, but yeah. Perospera. He's here. He's cool. I think, in Wano, I was actually mad for Perospero. And the reason why is because the Minks were just going after him like he just castrated and flayed Pedro alive. Dude, Perospero didn't force Pedro to blow himself up. But yet, literally, Nekomamushi, Carrot, Wanda, where is the guy that killed Pedro D? Dude, what is going on? Yeah, I don't get the Perospero hate. I don't know. I felt bad for my guy. I felt bad. So now, 52, Killer, Kamazo. Oh, they put Kamazo in parentheses. That's funny. Yeah, Killer's cool. I don't like Killer that much. I liked Killer a lot back when he was first introduced, but nowadays he's kind of just there. I wish we got more from him. I can't wait to see what he looks like without the mask. His blades are interesting. They're unique, at least. His color scheme is what throws me off. The blue and white, I think, is kind of nasty. Like, just pick one or the other. Like, be all white or be all blue. But he's okay. I just wish he scaled higher. Like Kid. Okay, Kid didn't scale to Luffy. Let's be real for a minute. But I just feel like he's weaker than he should be. Kind of like Kid. Killer feels oddly nerfed. Yeah, Wano Killer was a little bit of a comedy show. And dude, another nerf. Why does he still have the smile thing going on? Dude, the fact that he's permanently nerfed with smile, absurd. Absurd. He needs a cure. He needs a cure. Like, at this point, we're just like poking a festered wound. Next up, we have Emu at 53. I feel like he'll be higher in the next poll. Emu ranked solo right here. Well, no. You could vote up until like last month, right? Yeah, Emu 53. We just don't have enough of him yet. And even right now, he's still kind of just vague posting. Like, he's not really saying too much. I think once he hits the anime, he might bump up to like 30 or 20. I have Emu high, but I get it. I get why he's low. Yeah, Emu's gonna be higher later. This is a stock you bet on. Emu's a great guy. Dude, I'm already sympathizing with this man. I'm already cooking up headcanon, just saying that Emu's vision for the world, it might not be that bad. You know, we don't know what the Void Century was like. We don't know what caused Emu to become the guy he is today. Next up, we have Akainu, one of my favorite characters. Again, if I had a top 10, I think Akainu would be up there somewhere. I think he might be like 3, honestly. I love Akainu. Akainu's dope. Great fleet admiral. Reminds me of my father, actually. Yeah, all around, good sense of justice, good head on his shoulders, strong devil fruit. He's got aura. He has the desk meme. You know, he's not going anywhere, just like Dragon. Unfortunate. But when he makes his move, what did the rumors say? What did the narrator say? The narrator, I believe in chapter 2087, said that the minute Akainu makes his move, the world shall know fear. Yeah. Love this guy. It's not rage, baby. I like Akainu. I've always been an Akainu defender. You know, again, when Ohara was shown for the first time, I was reading the manga at the time, dude. I was weekly by then. I was buying those Shonen Jump monthly. It was like bi-weekly at that point. Those volumes, brother. I was cheering Akainu on. We didn't even have his name yet. I was blow him up. So, next up, number 55. Oh, okay, this makes sense. Klahadore. Captain Kuro. Guys, do not forget the epithet. He is the man of 1,000 plans. People are saying that everything we've seen so far in the story has been by design of Captain Kuro. Any minute now, Kuro's gonna show up, stab Emu from behind, and he's gonna say, I planned this one. Luffy awakening his fruit. I gave him the fruit. We're gonna see it. Luffy didn't open the treasure chest and eat the fruit himself. No. Captain Kuro opened the chest and pushed it in front of Luffy. Shanks losing an arm? Well, underneath the mask that is Higuma, it was actually Captain Kuro. Doppelganger. Kaido? Planted by Captain Kuro. The pirate era? Captain Kuro did that. All according to... all according to Keikaku, yeah. Yeah, all according to plan. Jesus, that's so funny, man. I love Kuro. He was one of my favorite villains growing up. I think, dude, the East Blue villains growing up, they were so much fun. Kuro, Buggy, Arlong, Don Krieg, unironically the GOATs, man. They were so good. I couldn't imagine better starting villains than those guys. So amazing. What's the name of your cat? Kuro. I named my cat Kuro as well. Just to show how much of a Captain Kuro fan I am. Come on. Yeah, good old Klahadore. He'll show up eventually, too. Hey, we saw Don Krieg. We're going to see Kuro again. especially since we know he's still a pirate. We know that he's still a pirate. He's still relevant. He's not dead. He's around. Next up, this guy. 5'6", huh? Gomu Bartolomeo. Do people actually like Barto? I don't know if people do. The going Luffy? Are you kidding me? Poking fun at Shanks. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people love Barto. I get it. I don't like his quirk. I'm not the biggest fan of the quirk. I like his powers. I liked Barto. I like Barto. For a minute. I don't hate it. Him being... Okay, again, I am objective. My taste isn't for everybody. I know this. My takes are absolutely absurd. Yeah, I get it. Barto's up here. I wouldn't vote for him. Sure. Oh, wow. Dude, it's him. Wait. Namule? I called him Namazu earlier. Namule, 57. Bro. That's what I'm talking about, man. Sai, you hate everything? All right. See, when people say that, it's like, dude, in this list. All right, okay. I hate everything. Brother, we went through 56 characters. I have said I hated maybe 4. I hate everything equals me hating 5% of things. I love a lot of things. I loved Kuro. I loved Akainu. I liked Emu. I like Killer. I like Paraspero. I like Lilith. I like Danelle. I like Kizaru. I like Albert. Brother, the last 10 characters I all liked. I dislike one guy. I dislike one guy. And some dude is like, you hate everything, Sai. Huh. You hate one guy out of 50? Well, you're just a hater, huh? I love Namule, by the way. Namule is dope, dude. We need more from Namule. Namule is one of those guys from Marineford that we just needed more from. Who the fuck is this, bro? This is okay. Guys. Whitebeard's commander, Namule. I think he's number... I think he's like 11? He's a fishman, though. I said I like fishmen. I like fishmen, humans, Lunarians, and celestial dragons. Other races I'm not too sure about, but I like fishmen. I like how they look, actually, believe it or not. One Piece, Whitebeard, Pirates. What number is he? Namule is... Ooh, okay, he's 8th. He's the 8th Division Commander. Yeah. Namule is the 8th Division Commander. He's high up there. You know, rumor has it he's stronger than Jinbei. What's up, Celtic? Thanks for the sub. I was about to say sub. Twitch brained. Thanks for the membership, man. Appreciate it. I do like villains a lot. So now we have Gold D. Roger. Gold D. Roger. Yeah, fair enough. I'm actually surprised Roger isn't higher, but I get it. You know, Roger, he's kind of like a... It's like a jack of all trades. Yeah, I mean, I think around 50 is good for Roger. I feel like he'll go higher if we get more from him. But that's pretty much it. Yeah, I feel like we don't have enough of Roger yet. Even though we have, like, the Odin flashback. Even though we have God Valley. Just not enough screen time. And it's definitely Ace's father. Yeah. I think we just need more personality from him, too. We need more personality, more fight moves, more strife. Yeah, I just... Like, I don't dislike Roger. I like Roger, just not more than most of these guys. Next up, we got... Okay, Roger and Joy Boy side by side is kind of funny. Yeah, Roger and Joy Boy side by side, hilarious. Yeah, I know nothing of Joy Boy. I'm surprised Joy Boy's this high. Like, Emu, we at least have things for him now. Joy Boy, we don't really have anything. Even in that last conversation, bro, it was blacked out. So, cool. Next up, Marshall D. Teach at number 60. Surprised he's not higher, but again, we don't have a lot from Blackbeard. Like, we do and we don't. I think it doesn't help that all of his fights are off-screened. I think if his fights were on screen, he would look a lot better. And if his... I don't know. I feel like people like his personality, and his personality is what it is, right? He's like a conniving pirate. But he doesn't really stack against, like, his father that much, right? Because right now, people love... Like, if you were to poll, like, who do you like more, Rox versus Blackbeard? Rox would win the polls. And it's not even, like, recency bias. It's more so just that people like Rox's whole personality. They like his story more. Teach, I feel like he has high trajectory. Like, I feel like by the final saga, we're in the final saga, final arcs of One Piece, I think Teach will, like, rise the ranks. But right now, he's kind of just there. We definitely need, we need more from him. We need more from fights, or in regards to, like, fights, more story. We need to know his childhood, right? Apparently he has a tragic childhood. We need to know what happened to Eris, too. We need more from this guy. We need more. Now, number 61, Gunko. Great backstory. Great design. I'm actually surprised he's not higher. I think Shuri's dope. 62 is Beppo. Beppo has a fan base. People actually like Beppo. You know, Beppo sells out. He is the Heart Pirates merchandise seller. He is their chopper. I get it. Only downside with Beppo, I wish he was a little bit more powerful. I wish he did something more in Wano. But that's pretty much it. Yeah. Doesn't it make him a better villain if we hate Blackbeard like that? Yeah, but I mean, the thing is, people like villains. People like villains that we can also, like, appreciate their tactics. I don't think people like underhanded tactics all too much. Not saying Blackbeard's super underhanded yet, but it's just like the powers he has, or at least the powers we've seen on screen, I don't think they match up with where he should be. I feel like he needs more in the bag. Again, I think he'll go higher later, but, you know, people aren't looking at Blackbeard, and they're not as hyped as, like, Madara, for example, right? I mean, that's a bad comparison, but you get what I'm trying to say. Next up, 63, we got Big Mom. Yeah, Big Mom. Oh, Big Mom above Kaido, huh? I just thought about that. Yeah, oh, Kaido's right here. Okay. Yeah, Big Mom above Kaido. Sure. I don't know. I'm not, like, the biggest Big Mom lover. I'm not a Big Mom hater. I mean, I'm the same with Kaido. Kaido's, like, one of the few villains in the series where I'm not, like, super high on. Like, I'm a villain lover. Kaido and Big Mom, they were kind of just, like, they're not bad, but I don't know. Pudding's right here. We gotta say Pudding one day. Spandom 85. Okay. Guys, we're memeing. Mr. Mankind at 85. Spandom. He's around. Spandom is around. He's still a part of CP0. He has a desk job. So, we could see him one day. We saw all of CP0 during the Reverie except for him. Oh, no. Did we see him? We saw him prior to the Reverie. I don't know if we saw him with... Did we see him with Vivi? I don't even know what chapter to look at. Yeah, I'm not going to look for that. Yeah, then we have Kaido at 86. And then 87, we have my goat, Gecko Moria. Again, my takes are horrendous, but if I had, like, a top 100 list, Gecko Moria would be, like, top 15. I could guarantee it. I can guarantee it. Gecko Moria is cool. Kozuki Moria fighting for his country, the Shadow Fruit, Zombie Army, Thriller Bark. Thriller Bark alone. Thriller Bark alone should shoot this guy up to... Oh my god. I've been saying 80s, huh? I've been saying 87, 86, 85. It's 60s, dude. It's the 60s. My bad. Again, from your perspective, it's all front ends. Actually, believe it or not, I made this screen larger for you guys. For me. For me, I'm looking at this from a small lens. I widened the hell out of this for y'all. Let me see. Look. Like, I made this huge. So you guys, look. You can't even see the outlines of my screen over here. That's how big I made this shit for y'all. I can barely see it. Yeah, you guys are just, you guys have the advantage. Watch the stream then. Ban them. Caleb, and Randall, ban them. Get them out of here. Zoom in for yourself. Ban Stufan too. Get him out. JK. Yeah, Gekomori is dope. Next up we have Miss Golden Week at 68. 68. I don't like Miss Golden Week. I hate Miss Golden Week. Ban Aokiji, ban me too. Yeah, I don't like Miss Golden Week. I know we talked about like the live action and how it doesn't really play a factor. I think the live action would play a factor in me not voting for Miss Golden Week. This was one of the worst scenes in the OPLA, in my opinion, when she painted on Luffy's cheek or something, and Inaki Godoy was like crying, screaming, and I was just like, dude, no way. Like, what is happening in this scene? Yeah, we last saw her during the Vegapunk broadcast. Maybe people like Miss Golden Week. I'm just not a big fan. Yeah, I think her powers are kind of whack. I mean, I will admit she has like a unique power. She doesn't have a devil fruit, but she does have the ability to control people with colors. I think Otis said it's like color therapy. And it's like, cool. So we have her above Dragon. I get it. Yeah, I don't have Dragon super high. Dragon, he's like Joy Boy. Dragon is like Joy Boy. He can go much higher, but as it stands right now, he's got like the Ben Beckman disease. He doesn't really have a lot of screen time. So, yeah, he's quite literally Mr. Potential Man, coming out at 69. Yeah. You would be a fool. You would be an absolute fool to vote against Dragon being strong, Dragon being prevalent. But I'm not a big fan of Dragon. I don't like revolutionaries. I think there hasn't existed a single story where I've looked at revolutionaries and smiled. So I think that alone turns me off of Dragon, but I do just have Dragon in my top 5 for just best potentials. I think his Devil Fruit could go insane. He's gonna be top tier. I hate Koza, don't even. Will he be top 10 on this list? Okay, Dragon I think will be top 10 in terms of power. I don't think Dragon's gonna be top 10 popularity though. I'm gonna be honest, I think, because you gotta imagine, okay, top 10. You're saying Dragon's gonna be top 10 in popularity polls? Brother, Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, Nami, Law, Robin, Ace, Shanks, Mihawk, Crocodile. The only character on the top 10 list that could get knocked off is maybe Crocodile. You know what I mean? Like, Dragon is not squeezing into the top 10. Dragon, like, top 30, I think so. But you gotta imagine, like, One Piece has a strong cast. Like, I don't think Dragon can go to, like, top 10 levels. But I do think Dragon, in power-wise, top 10. Definitely. Let's see here. Next up, we have Shirahoshi. I don't like Shirahoshi. All right, now we're getting to the characters. I'm like, I don't know about this one. Shirahoshi, cool as Poseidon. I'm not a big fan of the weepy gimmick. And she's like a pseudo giant too. I don't like mermaids. I've never liked mermaids. There was this mermaid movie on the Disney Channel back in the day. It used to scare the fuck out of me, dude. Yeah, I'm not a big mermaid enjoyer. I'm not one of those guys who believes that mermaids are cute. I think mermaids are just disgusting. Basil, thanks for the 27, brother. I appreciate it. Let's see here. Next up, we got Shamrock. Also, please no spamming in chat. I saw your message, man, but no spamming in chat. Shamrock, number 71. Mr. Potential Man as well. He scales with Shanks, funny enough, but we just don't have enough of him. Like, he felt like promotion, bro. They used him for the volume promo, where it's like, hey, Shanks' brother is in Elbaf. They had the voice actor, which is Nanami from JJK. Amazing voice. Oh, time to play some games. And then he leaves. Yeah. I don't know. I think Oda's simply saving him for later. They don't want to show everything Shamrock related yet. I mean, dude, we still haven't met half the God Knights, so I get it. But Shamrock is dope. I think purely based off of design, voice actor, and powers, I'd have him higher. But we'll see. We'll see about that one. Next up, Basil Hawkins. This guy, I'm marred by this man. Back when we got the Sabaody reveal in the manga that Hawkins was a character, I thought that he was like top dog, dude. I had literally, when I was thinking about my favorite supernova, it was Hawkins, Kid, Law. Done. I thought Hawkins was so effing dope. The way he came in, I was playing Yu-Gi-Oh back in the day. I still play Yu-Gi-Oh now. He had the cards. Oh, I have a 1% chance of dying today. Cool. I thought he was aura. Kizaru walks up. He's just playing cards still. Wasn't even looking at him. And then he had the Scarecrow transformation. Oh my god. I love horror. I thought it was dope. And thank you, Dream Sama, for the for the membership, man. Appreciate it. He was cool. And then guess what? We had Wano. Wano rolled around the corner, and this guy was buns. One of the worst showcases from a character I was expecting greatness from. Wano ruined him for me. I'm not gonna. I'd have his ass in the top 30 of my favorite characters at Sabaody. And then Wano rolled around, and this guy was cheeks. Came around as a Kaido subordinate. Betrayed Kid so that he could go suck Kaido's toes. I get it. Kid, Killer, they got waxed. Didn't stand a chance. But they stood on their laurels. You can call Kid all the slanderous names you want. You could say Kid's weak. You could say he's Captain Mid. You could say he's dead. But at least you can't say he didn't turn tail and run like Basil Hawkins. Basil Hawkins is just so disappointing across the board. It's awful what happened to him. Even his fight was just absolute cheeks. He was a gimmick battle. If you played like a Dark Souls game, this guy's a gimmick battle. It's like Night Rain, where you have that character that links all the characters together. That was what he was doing with Kid. Oh, Killer, you want to beat me? Well, you're gonna hurt your captain if you do that. All right, man. What are we doing, dude? I don't know. Like, he has 10 lives. 10 lives. And what does he do with those lives? He doesn't dodge. They have no durability. You could flick him with your fingers, and one of his straw dolls would fall off and be like, well, I could have died right there if I didn't have that straw doll. He's so cheeks. I had high hopes for him. He's disappointed me at every toss and turn. This is One Piece. I think he's alive. He's a supernova. I believe that Hawkins is alive. He's the 1% man, whatever the hell that means. I'm gonna be honest, I think he should just die. I'm just so scarred by Basil Hawkins. I think he should just die. Also, thanks for the 10, brother. I bet $10 Tashigi didn't make the top 100. That's a safe $10, man. Let me tell you right now. He's alive. He's alive. I think he should just be dead though. I just hate him so much now. It's like a oh, Tashigi's right here. What are we doing? Brother, you just dropped $10 on nothing. Brother, Tashigi's right here, man. Did you donate this while Tashigi's right here? Brother, wake up. I paid up. Oh, I see. Okay, you paid up. I thought you were putting down like a down bet. I see. I thought you were putting down a bet. Holy crap. Too high. What does Tashigi have? What does Tashigi have? Nothing. Nada. She couldn't beat Monet. If there's one person in the world that hates Tashigi more than the fan base, it's Oda. It's Oda. He made Tashigi look like Kuina. For what? For what reason? We poked the emotional bear at Logtown, and we never poked it again. She is absolutely useless. I wish she got stronger. I want her to be stronger. Dude, Kuina, she ruins Kuina's legacy. Kuina's whole thing is that she was stronger than Zoro. The only issue is that she's a woman, and eventually Zoro's gonna become stronger, right? Which, you know, we've seen characters in the story like Yamato who kind of break that mold, but it was an interesting plot point. Here comes Tashigi. Looks just like Kuina. Cool. Maybe Tashigi's gonna be the Kuina that could have been. And then, now we have it. Now we have it. Tashigi's here, and she's losing every single fight. I don't know why. I wish she was stronger. She's not. Now, whenever we see a sword, Mihawk gets brought up because it's like a Mihawk upscale. It's like a meme. And then Tashigi gets brought up, but not as a meme. People just slander the fuck out of her. All it is. Crazy. Crazy stuff. She proved Kuina right. Yeah, she proved Kuina right, dude. Yeah. Women can't be swordsmen. Thanks, Tashigi. You're not helping the agenda. Next up, we have Polly. Believe it or not, back during Water 7, I was a believer that Polly was going to join the Straw Hats. I was that guy. I started thinking Frankie was going to join when we hit Enies Lobby, of course, like everybody else. The minute Frankie and Usopp reconciled, I knew that Frankie was the guy. But at the very beginning of Water 7, pretty much everybody thought Polly was it. Yeah. Polly is cool. I don't exactly like his abilities. I don't like rope. I'm not a big rope enjoyer. BDSM, a little bit different. Different kind of rope. A little bit more silky. Smooth to the skin. But Polly's rope as a shipwright, not my favorite. I'm not a big fan of knots and rope. So, Polly, if he had a different moveset, if he had like a devil fruit, I think it'd be cool. Cooler. What year did you start watching One Piece? I don't even remember. I started when I was around 8, though. Be real, y'all. He blasts rope. But yeah. It was back when Shonen Jump was doing like 3 releases a month because they're trying to catch up to Japan. So next up, we have Ulti at 75. I like Ulti. I think she has a cool design. I'm not a fan of like the dual colored hair that she has because it's like blue and pink. I feel like it clashes a little bit too much. But Ulti in general, I like the gimmick. I think she has a great build. Better than Tashigi. Pretty strong too. I always respect a strong female character. Ulti's dope. Nothing bad to say here. Yeah. Next up, we got Helmeppo. This is the marine version of Zoro. Everybody knows this. Zoro's final opponent. While Luffy's fighting Kobe in Two Piece, Helmeppo's gonna be squaring off against the world's strongest swordsman, Zoro. Helmeppo's that guy. I think it was a fun villain back in the East Blue. And yeah, I can't wait for him to unlock Conqueror's Haki. We all know that, you know, Zoro, the reason why Zoro, like, scarred one of his eyes was because he wanted to copy half of what Helmeppo is doing by covering both of his eyes. That is right. Helmeppo canonically covers his eyes to practice his observation Haki. When he opens his eyes, it will be hell. Even the great Mihawk cannot do anything when Helmeppo awakens. Next up, we got X Drake at 77. Everything I feel about Hawkins, I feel for Drake as well. Where I think Wano kind of just put a sour taste in my mouth in regards to Drake. But the difference between Hawkins and Drake is that I actually liked Hawkins. Drake, not so much. We saw a little bit of his backstory during the Law flashback, which of course is made up. Everybody knows that. Yeah, he's okay. Dinosaur guy. Dinosaur dude. Next up, we have Koala. Nobody really likes Koala, but, you know, she's here. I like to imagine we just put her here as, like, a pity vote. That's really what it is. So you could just ignore her. It's like a free space on a bingo sheet. Yeah, it's just Koala. We all know what's up. I do think, jokes aside, though, Koala and Saba are going to end up together. I ship it. But I actually have ships in One Piece. I think Koala and Saba, they're pretty cute together. Pretty damn cool. Oh, wow. 78. We have, oh, sorry, 79. Sorry. Again, I'm looking at this from far away. Should I show? No. I'm not going to show you guys what I've been dealing with. Can't do that to you. Yeah, Penguin. Guys. He's a human Squirtle. He jumps in the water, inhales the ocean's liquid, and then he shoots it out at such high velocity that it works effectively as a sniper rifle. Penguin's up here. I don't know why, but he's here. He's here. Now, next up at 80, underrated, one of the best gals in One Piece, Monet. If I were to have a top 5 female characters list, Monet would be on that for sure. Monet has a goated design, great outfit choice back on Punk Hazard. I love Monet. Gone too soon. That's what I always say. Gone too soon. She should have stuck around. She had a Logia ice fruit. Logia snow fruit, not ice. Really cool. Yeah, best Dofi support. She was up there with Vergo. She's like the special unit. Yeah, the swirly glasses, the happy tank. It's just everything about Monet. I loved it. Up until the very last moment, she stayed loyal. Bro. Dude. She was willing to blow herself up for Dofi. Surprised you like her for real? Really? Dude, I feel like she's par for the course. Dude, Monet is like number 4 or 5 on my list. She's amazing. Well, out of female characters, not like including the guys, right? But yeah. And she's got like the harpy wings. She's crazy. She has an inhuman form. The bird legs? Brother. The torso and the head. That's what really matters. All right, Kung Fu Dugong at 81. People love the Kung Fu Dugong. Their merch still sells like crazy in Japan. When I was over there, I actually saw some Kung Fu Dugong stuff. Not super surprising to me, but will we ever see these guys again? Probably not. I mean, to show you guys how much Japan actually likes Kung Fu Dugongs, we literally had a filler episode where Luffy was fighting Kung Fu Dugongs that had Haki. So, yeah, like, I mean, what can I say? If that's not an absurd upscale and filler episode, I don't know what to tell you. Dugongs are just well beloved. Good mascot. Next up, we got Reiju. Not a big fan of Reiju. Poison Pink, as they call her. She's okay. I like her for Sanji. But I just feel like she could be a little bit more. I want to see more from Reiju. But yeah, I mean, I don't have any strong opinions. I think she's cool. I like Ichiji a little bit more. Ichiji, Nichiji, Yonji. I just feel like Vinsmoke. The Vinsmokes are so stacked Maybe it's unfair to compare them. I like the brothers a little bit more. But Reiju's not awful. I like Reiju. Next up, Kiku Nojo. No real opinions on Kiku. I didn't like or hate her. Yeah, she's there. Yeah, pretty much. Kawamatsu. Kawamatsu, huh? He showed up with aura. Yeah, he showed up with a lot of aura, eating poisonous fish all the way to the bone and shooting it out. But I feel like come the raid on Onigashima, he didn't really do anything. Am I wrong? I mean, he was on the rooftop. I just feel like he didn't have any standout solo moments. Kiku at least lost her arm, right? Kawamatsu, nah. Next up, Odin at 85. Sure. Yeah, Odin was dope. Bad decisions in between, for sure. Very gullible character, but I mean, I feel like the stronger you are in One Piece, it's kind of like the more gullible you become in a way. He falls in that category. Yeah, Odin, sure. 86 Pell. I don't like Pell. Never been the biggest Pell fan. I don't like his devil fruit. I don't like his design. I don't like his country. Yeah, Pell is interesting. Yeah, not the biggest Alabasta enjoyer. And he survived, which is just kind of strange too. But I mean, fine. You know, sure. I'm not gonna see. Okay, guys. We're at this point on the list where I kind of don't care, like, if they're high or low. I look at a lot of these guys, and I'm just like, fair enough. You know, like I'm not strongly opinionative when we hit like the 80s. Like when we hit the 80s, like, you know, the 70s and 80s, I'm like, all right, now we're just like, all right, whatever. We'll put this guy here. I'm not the biggest Alabasta enjoyer. Yeah, it's just too sandy, dude. It was just way too sandy. It was sandy, and just compared to all the other islands in One Piece, it didn't have a lot of attractions. Like, the best part about Alabasta, in my opinion, Rain Dinners. Rain Dinners was dope, and then outside, I mean, okay, we're talking about locations, and we're not talking about the plot, right? Outside of that, it's like the rest is just desert. It's like, damn, I don't know. I just felt like I was getting, like, dried up watching it. Next up, we got Hina. People like Hina. She looks good. Interesting quirk where she just keeps on talking in the third person. Rain Base. Rain Base is underneath Rain Dinners. Too much sand, Anakin. Yeah, it's a good Anakin reference too. Star Wars. 88, Caesar Clown. I like Caesar Clown. Funny guy. Gangster Gastino's what they call him. He should show up soon in Mads as well. Also, Judge did not make the list. Yeah, Judge didn't make the top 100. Next up, we got Iceberg. Iceberg, interesting that he's up here. Iceberg wouldn't be, I mean, I guess, okay, Paulie's up here. Yeah, fair enough. 1000 Sunny at 90. It kind of shows people like the Going Merry more than the Sunny. But again, I think that's carried by nostalgia. I wonder if the Sunny's going to get upgraded. I wonder if we'll switch it up and get like a, I don't know, like a Sunny 2.0 now that we're in Elbaf. Now, 91, we have Karoo. Really? Karoo. All right. I mean, I'd have Shushu over a Karoo. Shushu came in with one chapter backstory, more emotionally impactful than like a good amount of these characters. Size like Kyle from South Park, when all he could see is shit. Mary had more direct plot relevance. That is true. Next up, we have Hongo. I think people like Hongo for the design and like the minor plot point where he tossed Shanks the newspaper. Shanks is like, hey, how's Kid? Well, here you go. This is what Kid's doing. Yeah, I mean, who doesn't like an intelligence operator? Fine. But I'd say out of this entire... No, maybe not. I'm trying to say, like, does Hongo have the least amount of appearances compared to everybody here? No, okay. I think number 1 might be Namule. Well, no. Namule shows up in Whitebeard spreads. I think Hongo might be the least represented character in this entire list. I think he might actually be the guy with the least amount of screen time out of everybody here. The only character that I give him trouble. Oh, Joy Boy. Joy Boy. Joy Boy and Namule are the other characters with the least amount of screen time here. But if I had to guess, I'd say Hongo's actually the least. I think Hongo. Next up, we got Rebecca at 94. Cool. I didn't dislike her in Dressrosa. Interesting fighting style where she just dodges, right? And now 95. I hate Rebecca and love Fuji. This is horrific. Yeah, 95, we got Fujitora. I like Fujitora. Fujitora's cool. Do I like him more than, like, the other admirals? I don't know. I think he's tied with Green Bull. For me, Fujitora's tied with Green Bull. But yeah, I love Fuji, though. Especially when he did in Dressrosa, like, rolling the dice. It's aura, dude. If it lands on a 1... the Straw Hats get to live again. I'm not gonna chase them. I respect the dice. I'm not using my Devil Fruit power either. Number 96, we got Shachi to go alongside Penguin. Shachi makes less sense to me. Penguin, I can at least see it. Like, he's the representative of Law's crew outside of Beppo. Shachi, now we're just effing around. All right. Marguerite at 97. People did like her. Decent design. She was Luffy's intro to Amazon Lily. Sure. We now know that all the Amazonians have like hockey on their arrows. Cool. Gaimon 98. Like a side quest character. We see this guy so randomly. We saw him during the Vegapunk broadcast. He wasn't even listening to the Vegapunk broadcast. You know how funny that is? Here's like a bunch of characters listening to the news, and then here's Gaimon literally not listening to the news. He's just hanging out at home. 98, we got Stussy. Pretty cool. Of course, you know, she had the whole vampire scene with Rob Lucci. Or not vampire, like vampiric bat scene. So I get why she's up here. You know, she had the whole scene with Kaku as well, where she's like, I'm glad to be alive and I want to help. I had fun with y'all. 100, Ivankov, sure. Ivankov is carried hard by Impel Down. I get it. I'm expecting more from Ivankov and Crocodile, actually. You know, we still need to know what's going on there. So, yeah, good stuff. So, we're just going to skim the other list. Oh, there's Scopper right here, 102. Yeah, I'm not going to, like, actually go into, like, all the other rankings, but I just want to, like, skim, right? I'll skim and I'll stop at people who I think are interesting. Oh, here's Killingham. Fuck yeah, dude. Killingham at 10... What is that, 109? Yeah. Love it. Above Sommers, huh? Above Sommers. And here's Ichiji. I like Ichiji. Ichiji has Sasuke's voice actor, too. And here's Niji, yeah. All right. The Vinsmokes are finally getting represented here. Or represented. Yeah, like, Reiju's not awful. I just, you know, I like the brothers here, man. Mr. 3. Scroll down. Khalifa. Fake Luffy. It's hilarious. Wow, how far down is Sommers? Oh, Garling at 144. Wow, he's far. Ooh, Garling's not in the 100. Damn. Magellan, 158. Harold, 185. Yikes, dude. People did not care about Harold. Nasujuro, I think that's our first Gorosei member. Jabra's up here. He's cool. He's Mr. China himself. Hyrudin 195. Shiryu 205. T-Bone 206. Fisher Tiger 204. Gil Bastar 222. Oh, Saturn 224. Yikes, man. Guy had a whole arc and the fan base said, yo, F this guy. Yeah, cool transformation, but just it didn't really show out. Charlos is up here, 240. Did we pass Sommers? Or is Sommers this low? Can I control F? Oh, okay, we passed Sommers. Okay, Sommers is 171. I was about to say, no way. No way Sommers got done in that dirty. Okay, 171, I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take that, I'll take that. Ideo, Grand Fleet Guy, 300. Scroll down, got Moda, Sea Beast, Bluno. Bluno, great character in Bounty Rush a long time ago. Hanafuda. Okay, Hanafuda, SBS character. Low key. Miosgard, Tsurume, Scarlet, Moon Isaac Jr., one of Roger's crewmates. This guy has a name? I never knew that. This guy's named Mick Trinald. Yo, what? Mick Trinald, really? I didn't know. Yeah, Mick Trinald. Yeah, where is Barbell? He's like 300, right? Yeah, my goat. My legend, Barbell, 332. That's tough, man. Hey, when he comes back as the man marked by flames, boom! He's gonna take Luffy for the top spot. Just watch. It's not Cope. It's not Cope. Who got last place? Let's just skip to the end. Oh, okay. So these are like characters that pretty much nobody really knows like the names of. Sorta. Well, I recognize some of these guys. Bottom of the list. Where are we? Mino Ruba. Oh, Spartan. Wait, Spartan is this low? Wait, what? Kind of shocked. Wow. Spartan is that low. Not like I expect him to be high, but he's a named character. Rattel. Rattel's up here. Interesting. Wow, fast. Okay, yes, threw me for a loop. Where's Arlong? Arlong is 122. Oh, alongside Kyros. I love Kyros. Who gives a shit about him? He's a random dude in the Coliseum. Yeah, but I mean, okay, of course, random dude in the Coliseum. What I'm saying is that he should be more known. Deadass. Open your fucking eyes, Frieza. Look at everybody around him. Who are these guys? At least we know Spartan. We at least know where this guy's from. But look at the people around him. For the most part, if you ask the dude, hey, do you know who Furika is? Who is Furika? Yeah, we don't have to like Spartan. At least we know like where he's at though. We at least know where he's at, where he was located, who he fought. We can. That's more than like most of these other guys. Look, I just stopped randomly. Who's Kappa? Who's Lowing? I actually know Max Marks. I don't even know how to pronounce this guy's name. I don't know this guy's name. But yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. That is the top 100. Pretty cool list. I like it. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with many of these. Again, popularity polls, it's really just popularity polls at the end of the day. I think they're just a lot of fun in general. And it's always cool to see who pops up randomly, too. So, yeah. I will catch you guys later for the next live stream. When will it be? Who knows? It might be like end of Elbaf-ish. Actually, no. The next One Piece live stream here on YouTube might be like, I'd say end of the year bingo sheet. I think that's gonna be the next one. But yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.